Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Our current session focuses on research in language teaching in Pakistan. I hope and expect that by the end of this session, you would have some insights into the practices of research in language teaching in Pakistani context. Well, my dear students, when it comes to Pakistan, the research tradition in general and specifically research in language teaching has not been very strong through the times. In order to understand research in language teaching in the Pakistani context, we need to understand or consider various aspects which include the ELT context of Pakistan. In the ELT context of Pakistan, in the English language teaching context of Pakistan, there are so many issues and so many problems already. The lack of teacher training, lack of qualified teachers, the outdated methodology, the overcrowded classes, etc. There are so many other problems that, the possibilities or the chances of production of any kind of research or any kind of research practices to be carried out, they seem to be very dismal. General research or context of Pakistan is in itself is not very good, very supportive or very positive. It is only until very recently that Higher Education Commission of Pakistan has focused on research at the university levels. But when it comes to the colleges or when it comes to the schools, there is no trend of doing any kind of research with relation to any subject at all. So when it comes to English language teaching, of course, then the same, beliefs are held. So when it comes to research in second language or in ELT, and when we consider the context of Pakistan, in fact, in the Pakistani context, hardly ever the tradition of research with reference to SLA and ELT, if it is found, it is at the university level, at school level, or at college level. We do not find English language teachers to be involved in any kind of research. When we look at the current practices in the schools and colleges with reference to teaching and learning, in fact, the English language classrooms are not treated as language classrooms. They are perceived as subject classrooms, and English is taught as a subject. It is taught as a course which focuses on the teaching of some literature-based contents of some poems or short stories, etc. Especially this is the condition in the public schools. So in all this condition, how is it possible that some strong research tradition would emerge in the language teaching context of Pakistan? We also need to consider the role of various organizations and institutions of higher education. All those organizations that deal with school and college level, at the maximum, what they focus on is some kind of teacher training. But the culture of research has not yet been introduced in these schools and colleges. To talk about, the flourishment of this kind of culture of research, that is what we cannot even think at this stage. There are a lot of issues and problems with reference to the availability of funds, with reference to the availability of resources, with reference to the availability of giving training in research writing, and even at the university level, the teachers who produce some research in English language teaching and in SLA, that is of very mostly, I would say, in general sense of the word, it is of poor quality. It is generally published in the local journals. And since, again, the number of local research journals, especially the journals of English, is very less, so, people find it difficult to get their work published, which further, hampers, the practices of research with reference to language teaching in Pakistan.